Oh! 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 No! Oh, Kumas! No, no, no! Cliffhanger! I lost! Ah! Hey guys, what's going on? Too Lazy for Life here, back at you again with another episode of Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. Oh, that hasn't gotten tired yet of saying I'm only on the second episode, or essentially in this case episode 1, because the previous episode was episode 0, the prologue. But yeah, since we're so early into this journey, I haven't gotten tired yet of being able to introduce a brand new series to you from out of my mouth, you know, instead of just saying, hey, I'm back again with Fate Zero and Sword Art Online and One Punch Man. I get to say something different for once. Well, on the next episode of Unlimited Blade Works, not really a whole lot to talk about in terms of the pre-show. The previous episode was one heck of an episode, let me tell you that. Visuals, animation, action scenes, soundtrack, just getting to see all of the characters again, brand new characters, old characters, fresh new faces, good old faces, seeing all the kids from Fate Zero grow up to now being smoking hot. It was one heck of an episode. It was a 50-minute long episode, and it felt like 20 minutes. It was so good, so good. Yeah, we're gonna move on to the next episode, right? We're gonna move on to the next episode. All right, in 3, 2. NANI?! Bakara! It 40. No, this is. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna have to refigure my. Oh man, my whole. Oh man, I was not expecting this. Looks like I'm gonna have to change my entire recording schedule today. The second episode is also 48 minutes long? What the? Oh my god, guys, the first episode was 50 minutes long. The second episode is essentially 50 minutes. Oh my, so I'm essentially watching 4 episodes worth in these 2. And I still have other stuff I need to react to after this, so I don't think I can get it all done now. I'm gonna have to shift some of my other stuff to another day. Oh man, looks like oh wow, that was a surprise. I thought the first episode, kind of like Fate Zero, was gonna be the long episode, and then we get back to the normal duration episodes after that. But oh man, this episode's also gonna be one heck of a ride. Alright, so I wasn't expecting that. Looks like we have another 48-minute episode to get through, guys. Oh, this is going to be hell to edit after this. Let's get into it. Another 48-minute episode. Jesus Christ. Oh, we're starting off with... Oh, we're picking up with Fate Zero's ending. Oh, we got to see the little ginger kid. He didn't get smushed underneath that pillar, did he? Don't tell me somehow Kuritsugu just found that guy underneath that pillar and it was still fully intact. Oh hey, we're in the shed. Oh, there's Sakura. Wait, what's she doing here? Sakura grew up. Oh, and the door's still got blood all over it. Opening time! Come on, show me what you got. Oh, the fucking opening. Oh man, I'm gonna have to watch that again afterwards. Wait, did they mention? Oh, I wasn't even paying attention. What was his name? What's his name? Sakura must have mentioned it. Oh, can I please know your name already? I don't want to just keep calling him the ginger kid. What's his name? All right, come to think of it, where's Kiritsugu? Wait, so what's your name? Namae? Namae! What's your name, ginger kid? I still don't know. So what? This guy is now living here with Sakura and one of the teachers from his school. Oh man, Kiritsugu must have been so bummed out for the last decade. I mean, he managed to save this ginger boy, but I can't imagine, you know, everything he went through in Fate Zero just to end up with that result of burning down a chunk of the city, and he had to live with that for the last 10 years. Wait. So this must have so this must have happened. And he knows how to use magic? Did Kiritsugu teach him that? No, look. Oh. Oh, I see. So that's why the frickin' so that's why this episode is this long. So they're retelling what happened the previous episode, but from Ginger Kid's perspective. We're basically watching the first episode again, but from his perspective instead. Man, I hope this isn't gonna be that repetitive. I still don't know what his name is. Either I've missed it 100 million times, or I'm blind. Everyone calls him Emiya. That's his surname. Can you please tell me your name already? Can you? No, not Emiya. Please tell me your first name. Is it a secret or something? Can you please tell me your first name? Ginger boy. Emiya-kun. I guess that's all I'm just gonna have to call you from for the time being, Emiya-kun. Oh no! Gone. Every Shiro. Oh, we got to know his name. Oh, we finally got to know his name. When I grow up, I want to become a champion of justice. Trace on. I thought you had to be... How do I become a champion of justice? Oh, he's actually gonna frickin' do what he said at the end of Fate. God. That damn summoning circle is still there from... Can't believe that summoning circle is still in the shed. Or was it a summoning circle? It was that thing that Irisfield was lying on. Helping others and being a champion of justice aren't the same thing. Oh my god, it's Kiritsu!
こんにちは。君がシロ君だね。率直に聞くけど、孤児院に預けられるのと、初めて会ったおじさんに引き取られるの、君はどっちがいいかな。よかった。なら早く道だけをしましょう。新しい家に一日でも早くなれなくっちゃいけないからね。おっと、大切なことを言い忘れた。
Go to the orphanage or go with him. I'm a magician. You mean sorcerer? I wouldn't have used the term magician, right? That's kind of... Well, I mean, he's talking to a kid.
間の手で救えるものはね、自分が肩入れした側のものだけなんだ。当たり前のことだけど。
Oh my god, he looks so...
そりゃ、今ならわかる。
He looks just so
当たり前だ。
dead inside.
けど嫌だ。
Just lost the will to live.
定員が決まっている救いなんてごめんだ。あの時のように、周りで見知らぬ誰かが死んでいくのには耐えられない。
What? How can you two see each other? I'm sorry, that building...
今の遠さかだったよな。
I'm sorry, you were standing up there! How can you see... Why are you guys...
俺だっていらねえよ。
シローの腕で私に当てようなんて甘いわよ。悔しかったらもうちょっと腕を磨きなさいね。
Why the heck are these two living with Shiro?
なんだこれ。昨日の夜ガラクタいじってて切ったかな。まあ、痛みもないし、すぐ引くだろう。大丈夫。気にするほどじゃない。
はい。先輩がそういうのでしたら。
エミヤのおかげで、試験が始まる前に備品の修理が終わりそうだ。改めて礼を言うぞ。いいって。じゃあな。いやいや、そんなにすごいかい？シンジ。まだ学校にいたんだ。エミヤ、うちの弓道場さ、今割と散らかってるんだよね。そんなに
God, he's such a punchable character.
それって先輩が藤村先生に言われたことじゃ。
だいたい今から片付けしてたら店閉まるじゃん。じゃあ、あとはよろしく。
待ってよ先輩。じゃあ、あとはよろしくお願いします。
Oh, so that's why Shiro stayed so late and probably bumped into Archer and Lancer fighting in the schoolyard. He was here cleaning up Shinji's mess. Ugh, I don't like him. This Shinji guy is just... But then again, he belonged to the fucking Mato family, right? I mean, besides Sakura, the whole Mato family seems like... Well, I mean, Carrier was a good guy, but it seems like... Ugh. Generally, the Mato family just seems like a bunch of fucking assholes. Oh my god. How on earth did Shiro make that loud of a noise stepping back for Lancer to have heard that? Oh. So it was Lancer that killed that family. Did the same thing to Shiro. Oh.
運がなかったな、坊主。ま、見られたからには死んでくれや。死人に口なしってな。嫌な仕事させてくれる。このざまで英雄とはお笑い草だ。おとなしく戻ってやるぞ。
What kind of a... My master's a real nasty piece of work. So what? Rin resurrect... Well, he didn't resurrect. Rin somehow healed Shiro of that fatal wound using that necklace? How the heck did she do that? I don't think that was explained last episode. Wait. Excuse me? The Lancer can even sense whether somebody he killed or not previously is still alive. What the who the fuck is this guy? And Shiro, alright, I don't have time to explain it during the episode, okay? But I'm gonna have to explain it after I'm done watching. How the heck does Shiro know magic? Is Shiro a mage? Like, how? Oh, you just break through one of your windows like that, huh? Oh! Oh my god, this is it! This is it! Oh, it was a mark! Oh my god, it's Avalon! Wait, so Shiro...
あなたが私のマスターか。
Oh, that shot right there. Oh, oh my god. Can't stop fangirling. This is so good. So good.
召喚に従い参上した。マスター、指示。これより我が剣はあなたと共にある。あなたの運命は私と共にある。ここに契約は完了した。契約って何の？
Oh. Oh! Damn! Saber's kicking butt as usual. Oh, what the fuck was that move she just did right there? Casting your noble phantasm again, huh? Oh wait, well no, he didn't do it last time. He cancelled it. Fucking visuals. I will have your heart. Wait, so it has to be a similar weapon to Diamonds. The name is even very similar to his two spears. Oh, damn. Saber actually took a hit.
ゲイボルク。オンミはアイルランドの光の巫女か。
Ireland's Child of Light.
こいつを出すからには必殺でなけりゃやばいってのにな。うちの雇い主は臆病でな。
My lord is a coward. Oh, it's just so much to take in. I don't have an edge way to put. Just so much to take in. I don't have an edge way to be able to squeeze in a single word of commentary. Heck?
俺はシロ。エミやシロ。
エミ
この家。
She knows! Oh, so she has all of her memories.
分かっています。あなたは正規のマスターではないのですね。
Oh my god, she was like, Emiya! You probably had some PTSD flashback right there.
それではシロと。ええ、私としてはこの発音の方が好ましい。それはレイズと呼ばれるもの。
Command spells.
むやみな使用は避けるように。やめろ、セイバー。
What? Hey!
正気ですか、シロ。今なら確実に彼らを倒せた。だというのに。
待ってくれ、セイバー。こっちは点でわからない。
I'm sorry, what? You just used the command spell to tell her to... It didn't look like she was about...
つまりそういうわけね。素人のマスターさん。とりあえずこんばんは。エミヤ君。
Ah! Ah! Oh my god. Ending time. Oh! Oh, that's right. Ah! I didn't see Rin's mum at all, did I? Oh, no.
シロは私のマスターだ。
聖杯戦争に参加するか否か。
Berserker!
エミやシロ。
Oh man, Kirei next episode? Oh my god, where do I even begin? There's even more to talk about from what I saw in this episode than the previous episode. So, where can I start things off? Episode 1 or episode 2, but we're gonna call it episode 1, okay? So I don't end up having to change the actual numbers of the series. Episode 1 of Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. As I said during the reaction of this episode, man, there was so much was happening and there was so much to read in terms of subtitles and so much going on the screen, so much dialogue. I just literally couldn't get a word in. I couldn't get an edge way into conveying any of my thoughts of what I was thinking as I was seeing what was unfolding before my eyes throughout this episode. So much to take in. I'm gonna try and recall as much as what I just saw from this episode as best I can and try and cover anything that I didn't manage to get a word in during the episode. The first thing that we got shown was the flashback of Shiro in the chaos of that burning section of the city caused by the black goo pouring out from that portal that I still to this day don't know how that happened after Kiritsugu ordered Saber to destroy the Grail, and yet somehow that didn't solve the problem and that giant black portal still managed to materialize into reality, and all of that black goo started pouring out, dumpstering itself all over the city and setting everything on fire and, well, just melting everything in sight. So Shiro was amongst all of that rubble and Kiritsugu saved him, and we just get to essentially see his side of the story, his perspective on, I guess, the first few days of what Rin saw on the first few days from her perspective from the previous episode. So it's been 10 years since Fate Zero. Shiro is now living in that giant, I don't know what to call it, that giant residence that Kiritsugu and Iris Feel and Saber and Maya were using as their base of operations previously in Fate Zero towards the very end. And yeah, he now lives there, as we saw at the end of Fate Zero. In the last episode, they were renovating it. Now it's actually a somewhat decent home to live in. Shiro now is living with this, one of his teachers, Fujinaire, something like Fujinaire. He's now or Fuji, I don't know what the fuck to call her. He's now living with a teacher from his school and living with Sakura. What the heck? What's up with that? How did this happen? I hope they explain that later on in the series. Like, how the heck did this boy that Kiritsugu saved somehow manage to end up living with Rin's sister, who should be still living back with the Matos, right? And now living also with a freaking teacher from his school. Alright, but hey, the one elephant in the room that I'm still trying to address right now, Kiritsugu. Where are you? Where did Kiritsugu go? Did he go traveling? Go abroad? He's gone. Where is he? He can't be dead, right? The last episode of Fate Zero, he was still sitting on that porch with Shiro. So where is he? Unless he died off screen during those 10 years, which, man, that would freaking suck. Okay, if that happened, that's a bit. I don't know how I feel about that. That's kind of poor execution and poor taste of how to write off a character like that. You know, such a badass character like Kiritsugu, and you're just gonna make him die off screen like that during these 10 years, over these 10 years without, you know, telling anybody, and just expect people to know about it. Seems Kiritsugu has disappeared. We don't know where he is right now. So Shiro's living in that giant housing complex with those two. And yeah, we pretty much just get to watch his every day-to-day life at school. You know, just a typical high school slice of life anime up until the point where all the shit hits the fan and things kick off, and Shiro, because he had to clean up Shinji's mess after school and stayed super late, he had to witness the fight between Lancer and Archer. And, well, somehow Lancer managed to pick up Shiro's footsteps, even though he was that far away and all he did was step 1 foot back. And yeah, that ultimately got him killed. Well, until Rin resurrected him, essentially. About that. So after Shiro got essentially saved by Rin, and Rin and Archer left the school, Shiro got back up and picked up that pendant that was left on the floor, right? And then he went home. So there's how on earth did Archer give Rin that pendant when they went back home? Am I missing something here? Is that an anime? That can't. No way, that's an animation error. Gotta be something up with that. Like that didn't slip past me. I picked that up. I didn't know how. Like that was confusing. Right. Okay. Right. So the first thing that I did manage to get a word in during the episode, Shiro and his magic. Shiro can use magic. I'm pretty sure what was mentioned in Fate Zero was that you had to be born with magical gifts to have any chance of becoming a mage, right? You need to have magic circuits in your body, because there are normal human beings that are just normal in terms of their anatomy and physiology, and then there are people, I guess, that are born specially with magical, you know, electrical wiring, I guess, built into your body on top of just your normal human anatomy. So Shiro, it seems, he has magic circuits. He can use magic. So Shiro was orphaned, right? I'm guessing he had parents that died in that fire that weren't mentioned in these last 2 episodes. Maybe they might mention it in the future, but it seems like Shiro, because of that incident 10 years ago, he ended up becoming an orphan. He was the only survivor from at least what was shown from that blazing inferno, all of that rubble. Kiritsugu only managed to save one person amidst that disaster, and that was Shiro. So that means Shiro came from a mage family? I mean, what's the chances of that happening? Of all the people Kiritsugu managed to find that was still alive and still somewhat breathing and functioning in that chaos, he found the one kid that happened to also have mage potential. All right, there's no way Kiritsugu could have taught Shiro magic if he had no ability to become a mage, right? So Shiro's a mage. What are the yeah, of course, right? Just for the sake of the convenience and And for the sake of the plot of the story of whatever, yeah, Kiritsugu just so happened, even though it's probably a 1 in a trillion chance of that actually happening in reality, Shiro is a mage. Kiritsugu somehow found the one person that he saved to have been a mage. And yeah, that's that. So it seems against all the odds, hey, just your luck, right? Shiro can use magic. It doesn't seem like he's very good at it. Seems like the only thing Shiro's good at is using his magic almost like a detection skill to, as he calls it, trace on. He's able to like see essentially the internal structure of the things that he touches. He's basically able to see how stuff is built almost just from touching it, and he can reinforce, I guess, that existing structure of that object through his pitiful magic skills to sort of harden it, like he did with that sheet of paper, like he did with that poster. He made it turn into a solid object that could actually rival or at least deflect some of Lance's blows from his spear. That's the first thing that I wanted to get out of the way. Okay, it's the fact that, Shiro's a mage. All right. Very unlikely of an occurrence that Kiritsugu managed to pull off something like that. But all right, fine. For the sake of, I guess this is how the story is going to go. Very, very unlikely of a coincidence, but all right, that's that. The next thing, as Carrier mentioned previously in Fate Zero, right? What happens in the future if Rin and Sakura have to fight one another? I am that mark on Sakura's hand, because of what Carrier said of Rin and Sakura having to fight one another in the future, and hey, this is now the sequel to Fate Zero. We're continuing on 10 years later with another Holy Grail war. It didn't look like a command seal compared to Shiro's one, which vaguely, faintly looked like some kind of pattern that was starting to burn in to his skin on his hand. Shiro's one seemed a bit obvious. Sakura's one just looked like it looked like a burn mark. Okay, it looked like somebody beat her on her hand, slapped her hand. Sakura's one looked kind of like an injury. So I don't know whether Sakura is actually going to be fighting in this war. Something tells me, I don't know, that blue-haired git Shinji might end up being the new master for the Mato family. I don't think Sakura. I mean, so if let's say if Shinji ends up being the master, what was the fucking point in having Sakura be given to the Mato family in the end and having her experience all of those horrors and tortures in that worm dungeon, huh? Like, what's the point? We'll have to wait and see who the master is, I guess, for the Mato family, because I'm sure they're going to be in this, right? Tosaka's in it. We got to see Ilya. Oh, man. Oh, that hurt. Okay, seeing Ilya just hurt, because Irisfield said in Fate Zero that she didn't want Ilya to have such a cruel, painful, suffering life, having to go through, experience the horrors of, such a war. That's why Kiritsugu and Irisfield had to do everything in their power to put an end to this once and for all, so that nobody else had to suffer, and so that their beloved child Ilya don't have to end up taking upon the responsibility, taking upon the mantle of the Einspurn's goal. And well, you can see everything fucked up in the end in Fate Zero. Everyone failed. Kirei won the frickin' war, Gilgamesh won the frickin' war, and now Ilya's having to pay the price for that, having to continue on with that, so that's sad. Einspurn's involved, Tosaka's involved. Pretty sure the Mato family's going to get involved. Maybe Shinji might end up being the master, who knows? Have to wait and see for that. Gonna get that out of the way. Final thing I wanted to talk about was Saber. Saber has all of her memories. Yay! Well, at least I think she has all of her memories, considering the way that she responded to when Shiro said, my name is Emiya Shiro. And then her response was like, Emiya! Ugh, Vietnam PTSD flashbacks ensue. I think Saber is continuing on where she left off. She somehow she ended up getting summoned back into the same location, the same shit, practically the same people that she had to deal with 10 years ago. It's like, shit, here we go again. So at least we got one character, one servant back from Fate Zero. Well, and Gilgamesh, I guess. So we got Saber back for round 2 with another Grail War. And holy crap, those up-close Sakuga shots of Saber, man, when she was talking with Shiro. I thought she looked gorgeous in Fate Zero, but man, the visual, the art update. It's only been like from the end of Fate Zero in like what 2012 to Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works in 2014, 2015. Man, 2 to 3 years, and holy crap, her visuals got one heck of an update. She looks freaking gorgeous. It's like HDR ray tracing Saber. She just looks so. The visuals so far in this series, they're amazing. Funnily enough, the thing is, like, from what I recall from what I saw in Fate Zero and comparing it to what I see in Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works, I don't see that much of a difference outside of the Sakuga shots and the fight scenes. The general every other scene in the series, it looks kind of. It looks alright. Okay, I wouldn't say it's anything special. It doesn't look that great, but the up close shots of everything, man, that looked really good. So it's not exactly, you know, leaps and bounds of a jump from Fate Zero in terms of the art improvement, but it's still noticeable. Okay, it's still noticeable that it looks good. It looks really damn good. It's from the same studio as well, Ufotable, right? This Ufotable studio is man, pumping out some damn high quality looking shit. I mean, 2012, back then, I was watching like what? I was watching, I think Gundam Unicorn, Gundam 00 back in the day. I think, Gundam 00 was like 2008. Gundam 00 was 2008. That was freaking long ago. 12 years. And the thing is, guys, if you haven't seen that show, maybe you should go check it out, because 12 years later, the animation, the art style, the visuals of that show, to this day, still rivals that of a current airing seasonal anime. That I like. Back then, I thought Gundam 00, its visuals were like alien technology. It's like a generation ahead of its time in terms of how good the visuals looked. And it was released in 2008. Then Fate Zero, man. Fate Zero blew it out of the water. 2012, and that show looks practically, it still to this day looks better than like 90% of the anime that I see every now and again pop up on my YouTube front page. Like seasonal animes, most of them don't even hold a candle to the visuals of Fate Zero. And now we have Unlimited Blade Works, man. So this Ufotable studio for like almost a decade has been producing, I guess, anime with visuals that are essentially a generation ahead of its time. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. And yeah, at the end, it seems like Shiro did something just as stupid as Rin, right? Saber wasn't exactly about to lash out onto Archer. She was still standing there, more or less. You could have just said, hey, Saber, stop, please. And somehow, you just reached your hand out and you just burnt a command spell. Wow, so these two, both Rin and Shiro, are starting this war on day one. Already one command spell down. Oh boy. Talk about a disadvantage. Talk about a handicap. One final thing, the end credits. Yeah, again, I couldn't get a word in. There was just too much for me to take in and just had to appreciate at that moment in time. And I just basically had no way of me opening my mouth and give you guys my thoughts. But the one last thing I want to leave off with in terms of my post-episode discussion about this episode of Fate Zero, the end credits, we got to see a shot of Rin standing in front of 2 tombstones. Not 1 tombstone, 2 tombstones when she was still a little kid. I was wondering, right? It didn't occur to me until I saw that screenshot. That picture confirms it. It seems Rin's mum died off screen from the end of Fate Zero, where we saw her being wheeled off in a wheelchair with, you know, essentially permanent brain damage after Carrier strangled her, I thought, to death, but somehow she managed to regain consciousness, albeit the time where she was unconscious with no oxygen going to her brain. Most of her brain cells probably died, as you saw. She essentially turned into a vegetable. And yeah, it seems like during those 10 years from the end of Fate Zero to the present day in Unlimited Blade Works, she passed away. So yeah, it seems Rin did in fact lose both of her parents. Saw her standing there as a kid in front of those 2 tombstones, both of which are probably her parents, has to be her parents. So yeah, Rin, thanks to that previous war, much like Shiro, also is now an orphan. Oh, so sad. It's too early for me to cry. I mean, just seeing some of these characters, seeing the flashbacks to the end of Fate Zero, seeing Kiritsugu looking so like he's lost the will to live, the Fate Zero soundtrack kicking in every now and again, just seeing what happened to Rin's parents, truly, from that end credit shot. Seeing Ilya and just I don't want to think about it, guys. Okay, I really don't want to try and reminisce about my time watching and experiencing Fate Zero. It was a masterpiece. Great. But I'm going to put it to one side, okay? Because if you guys haven't checked out my reactions to that series yet, guys, the link is down in the description below. You can check out my channel. Go check out my reaction to Fate Zero. Towards the end, I was crying like a bitch. Episode after episode was just mind fuck after mind fuck, and it was a spiral of depression. Okay, those last bunch of episodes, especially practically the entirety of season 2 was a spiral of depression, and towards the end I was just crying like a baby non-stop every single episode until I had no tears left to give for the final episode, for the finale of Fate Zero. That series just sucked the life out of me. It was so depressing, and just seeing all of these callbacks, okay, all of these shout outs to, you know, little bits of here and there from Fate Zero, I don't want to think about it. It's just going to make me sad again. It's just going to make me so depressed. All right, so we're going to leave it at that, guys. We're going to leave it at that. That's all of my thoughts for the second episode of Fate Stay Night. Well, the first episode of Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's an hour and 20-minute recording again. I wasn't expecting another episode to be 50 minutes long, and I've still got other stuff to react to after this. This video is going to be one bitch of a file to crop and edit and stitch together in post-production for you guys for the YouTube highlights, let me tell you that much. That's it from me, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed my reaction to episode 1 of Unlimited Blade Works. If you've liked what you've seen, leave a like down below. Leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts about what I've just seen. Anything I may have missed out on. Anything I got right. Anything I got wrong. What I can expect in the future from this series. And yeah, just drop me a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as possible with whatever. Alright, if you haven't done so already, guys, subscribe to this YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button down below, hit the notification bell icon so that you always be kept up to date with all of my activities here on YouTube. Do the same thing for my other 2 YouTube channels. Links are given in the video description down below. Join my Discord server, guys, okay, for the 1000th time. If you're a degenerate weeb that loves anime and video games and you want to make a new friend, I'm definitely one of those guys out here looking for new friends. Join that Discord server, link is given right down there. Join me and the other people in there right now and just chat about all things anime and video games and just, you know, have a jolly good time nerding out together. Alright, so yeah, that's about it. Thank you all so much for watching, guys, and I will see you all next time for episode 2 of Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works, okay? It's going to be one hell of a ride. I can feel it in my bones. This is going to be one spectacular journey that I'm going to be diving headfirst into, and I am all up for it, okay? I embrace you, Unlimited Blade Works, okay? I welcome you with open arms. Show me what you've got. Live up to the masterpiece and the hype that was Fate Zero and just wow me, okay, with this series. Until next time, bye-bye!